John Richardson.
Hello. Yeah, how are you? Let's start with the bad news. I'm afraid I sound like this. Just deal with it. You'll get used to it as this goes on. I'll be honest, you'll never fully relax while I'm on. There's going to be a tension in here. It's nice, isn't it? I heard so much before I came out here about how nice it was and how laid back everyone was, and I thought it can't be. And it is. Because I generally just hate everything. That's how I get through life, is just hate. Like in my car, I just horn all the time. It's just my way of asserting myself, because I'm small. You know, it's just my way of saying, screw you, society. The problem is I drive a Ford Fiesta. It's not the most masculine horn on the car market, that one. What's supposed to come out as screw you, society tends to come out as stop it! Sometimes I don't even wait for people to annoy me before I get angry at them. I just decide to get angry anyway. I'm always getting told, oh, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't you judge a book by its cover. But I'm firmly of the belief that that's exactly why there are covers on books. They exist purely so you can gain information about that book without having to read every friggin' page inside it. I'll go as far as to say, if you don't judge a book by its cover, you're an idiot. You come home from the library and go, hey, John, I got this book, but I don't know what it's about because I don't want to judge. Seems a slightly odd way of choosing books. Yeah, I think it's about a soldier who saw horrific things but wrote great poetry about it. What do you think? I think it might be a book about a very hungry caterpillar. I saw an amazing thing when I was in the UK on a train. I got on nice and early, as is my way, sat by the window, got my packed lunch out, ready for another smashing journey. And just before we pulled out, this elderly couple got on the train. It's sort of late 80s, moving quite slowly, and there were no seats together. They couldn't sit together. And I know I should have offered them my seat, but fuck it, I'd booked it, it was mine. You don't get to that age without learning that trains get busy, right? I just sort of stayed where I was, I didn't look at him, and the man, he sat with me, so we were sat here, and the closest seat his wife could get, she was facing the other way, on the other side of the aisle, she was about here. And I sort of thought, if you're with your partner there, you just check up on them every now and again, just go, oh, you don't mind facing backwards, you don't feel sick, shall I go and get us a cup of tea? Right. They said nothing for half an hour, which I was delighted, because I thought, there you go, that's what it's like when you've been with someone all your life. They're just glad to be facing in opposite directions for a bit. About half an hour into the journey, something happened which I will never forget. The old man, he looked up and down the aisle. He saw there was no one coming, leant over to tap his wife on the shoulder, smacked her on top of the head, and turned back around again. And I'm not talking about a playful little tap, right? I'm talking about a big old man hand on the crown of the head. Boof! And the speed of the pivot was what got my attention. Right, he was... I mean, she knew what had happened. She knew he had just smacked her on top of the head. She wasn't angry. She had a little smile on her face, right? She was waiting for him to turn back round so they could share the moment, right? But he didn't turn back round. No. He looked at his watch. He looked out of the window, right? This went on for about 10 minutes. They are both wetting themselves laughing now. I think that's unbelievable. If you can be with someone your entire life and still be playing games like that to make each other laugh on the train, I got a bit excited and joined in. That's all the time I've got. It's been a pleasure. Take care. Good night.